Y'all, pay attention. Lord, success people. No, the service. You want to hear something crazy? I'm glad you asked that. So this is the middle of like what they call the city, right? The Boost Mobile store is right there, and my phone never works. You see that Boost Mobile store with the orange? Boost Mobile store is right there, and my phone just stopped working. Here it is. Here it is. And it just kicked the bucket. The service. And I just paid the bill on the 25th. What is today? Is it even the first of the month yet? I don't understand. You see that Boost Mobile right there, right? Okay. I mean, it could have been a hallucination. I haven't eaten today. I haven't had enough water. My basic needs are not being met. I might be hallucinating thinking that there's a Boost Mobile right there. It's an illusion. You know what else is there an illusion? Their cell service. Yeah, that's an illusion too. It's non-existent. It's like the Harry Potter cloak. It just disappears. That's what happened. It disappeared. I'm hungry, y'all. There ain't no subway around here. That's 5-6 miles down the road. That's why I had a bike. That's why I needed a bike. You know, honestly, I might just lay here and die. If the cops want to come fight me, take me to jail, I really don't give a fuck. I'd rather go to jail at this point. At least I get fed. Hell, I could get some sleep. Seriously, I haven't slept good in 3 weeks. I haven't had a full night's rest in 3 weeks. I haven't had more than 4 hours of sleep each night in over 3 weeks. At least in jail, I can damn sleep, you know? This is getting ridiculous. This is getting ridiculous. I've never seen anybody try as hard as I've tried. Never. 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 Do you hear me? I don't know too many people that would bicycle 20 miles for food and water. You know what I mean? At all. At all. No, it's fine, Eva. I can't meet people. I can't meet people off the internet. Thank you, though. I just paid $200 for a bicycle, so, you know, I kind of just want my bike back. That's not going to happen. I have PTSD. I can't meet people off the internet. I have money, a little bit, enough to buy a $100 bicycle, you know. Just not. I would just like to speed this process up. That's okay. I've accepted it. Like, literally. I'm sick of being here. You don't understand. I didn't deserve none of this shit. I ain't never done nothing evil like this to anybody. And I stabbed 2 people once. Ain't that crazy? I've stabbed people and it wasn't as evil as what's been done to me. It's crazy. There was no evil intent. It was different. That was a fist fight. There's evil intent here. This is malicious. Way different. Getting into a physical fist fight. People used to do it all the time. As a matter of fact, I think we should bring it back. And how about when we bring it back, we also bring back not calling the cops when you get your ass whooped? Have you no dignity? You wanted to fight. Now you missing teeth. Now you need to call the police. What is that? That's a bitch. That's what that is. Only bitches do that. I petition to bring back throat punching. I'll say aye. It's official. They still gonna call the law on you, though. They still gonna call the law. I don't think we can petition to damn turn bitches into honorable people. We wouldn't be in this boat if we could. Can we pass laws to make people more honorable, respectable, ethical? Nope, that'd be taking away their free will to demand. I mean, no, you could. You could outcast them like you do pedophiles. That's what we should do. That's what we should do. People that don't know how to be respectful, that don't know how to lie, stop lying, tell lies that affect people's lives, absolutely, they should be shunned from the community. What are you talking about? That's evil. We don't need evil in our communities. They should be shamed like a damn pedophile. You cheating ass son of a bitch. But they're not. They're not. Look at how people cheat on their spouses and then society forgets about it the next day. Oh, well, he did cheat on her. People just say it like it ain't shit. That destroys lives. That impacts lives. Children. People just act like cheating ain't no thing nowadays. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Cheat on me? You're going to be sending me to prison. Don't do that to me. Because you're going to be going to the graveyard. Like, shit. I don't know, man. I guess there's just no loyalty, honor, connection, meaning. There's none of that. There's none of that in society anymore. And you know why? Dating apps. Yeah. That's the culprit. It's conditioned and wired people for instant gratification and the good parts of things. And the reality is in relationships, there's good and bad parts. You know what I mean? It's taken what is perceived as the good, and it's actually the most unimportant part of a relationship. Don't get me wrong, sex is important, but it's actually one of the most unimportant aspects of the entire relationship. The foundation should be each other, but they take one of the most unimportant parts of the relationship and they make it seem like the most important part of the relationship, and all of the important parts of the relationship are never there. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's literally wired for the worst case scenario. That's the worst case scenario. Condition a bunch of people to put all of their value between their legs and then condition them to just fornicate and do that with no attachment, no emotion, no connection. And then we wonder why people are out here behaving this way. And we wonder why they feel no empathy when they cheat. It's so common. It's what people do. Not people I'm around, and you see how many people I'm around. That's probably why I'm around no people. You know what I mean? Seriously though, I never thought about that. The instant gratification that comes behind a dating app, the hookup aspect, Tinder, swiping, and God, you're being picked based off of your looks. How artificial is that? The only reason they swiped on you was because they would bone you. How artificial. I mean, that's crazy when I think about it. You're picking a person and you know nothing about them. And oh God, that's why they value everybody's opinions without, oh my God. Yes, listen. You know how I'm always saying that you shouldn't care what people think about you because you don't know those people. You don't know if they're good people. You shouldn't value people's opinion of you when you don't know what their values are, right? Hold on, let me think. I was just there. Now I got social pressure from the film, the camera. I can't think at all. I just got CRS. Hold on, I was on to something. I was grasping at straws with my 2 brain cells. Okay, so when you're swiping on those dating apps, you know nothing about the person you're swiping on. Do you see what I'm saying? No, the world needs more discipline. You're dense. Bye. Some of y'all be speaking on stuff. I was forced into that line. I'm just ignoring it. I'm just going to block everybody. I'm just going to block everything. So, when you're swiping, you're being picked off of your looks. You're not being picked off of your intrinsic value, which is going to lead to a society of people wired to value people's opinions that they shouldn't and to behave a certain way because they know the masses are watching. Just like that Walmart incident, the manager was more concerned about whether or not I was filming myself rather than doing the right thing in that situation. Y'all, these phones are messing people up. Hold on, let me cook for a minute. It's an artificial world. It's as simple as that. People aren't authentic anymore. They're not genuine. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Hey, Stronger every day. We actually showered in the river yesterday. Well, see, and that's what I'm saying. I got to be careful saying like, oh, I showered in the river, because then the trolls will call the park police and then the cops will come out there and arrest me. People act like this is a game. I mean, it really makes me angry that people are not more angry about my situation when they've watched it happen. I think that's why I get angry at my followers sometimes, because it's like, why are they not seeing the life that I'm laying down over here? Like, is this not crazy, or am I in the twilight zone and I'm the only one that's actually concerned about like whether I'm gonna live? Because that's how it feels. I feel like I'm the only one that's concerned if I'm gonna live, and that's fine. I mean, I'm already aware. You know how I feel. You know that I know the truth, that nobody gives a fuck. So, but my followers, sometimes I'm just like, this ain't no game. Y'all think this is a game? This ain't no game. Like, I'm out here literally dying. America. I'm trying to think about that dating app situation. That shit's crazy. No wonder people behave the way that they do now that I'm thinking about it. It's all bad. There's nothing good. No matter which way you spin it psychologically, there's nothing good that can come out of, oh, thank you, Dallas. There's nothing good that can come out of those apps. And I think that's why people behave the way that they do nowadays. They ain't right in the head. That's some scary shit. It really is. It terrifies me. People creep me out. I was going to try to walk through town. There's no way. There's no way. I can't believe I've made it this far without falling into another depression. I'm so proud of myself. I credit that to working out. It really does help with mental health. I'm so mad. I'm really hurt more than anything. You know, when you have a manager of like a Walmart walking up to you, I don't know, call me naive. I actually was like, oh, here's a professional person. Was that my first mistake, thinking that I was going to get a professional person in a Walmart manager? I said I was naive. A little green behind the ears. I like to see the best in people. I don't know what to call it. I know it's a Walmart, but he was still a manager, and I have respect, regardless of what the job is. I didn't want to think little of him. or belittle him. But I'm hurt. I mean, I'm laughing, but I'm hurt. I had way too much faith in that damn Walmart manager. Way too much faith. He fell for that bullshit hook, line, and sinker. He was shaking like a bass fish too when I asked when I asked him for the phone number of the troll that called Walmart. He said, like a bass fish coming out the I saw him get, I saw it. I saw the hook, line, and sinker. I saw him get ripped up out the ocean and shake like a bass fish. Ocean? Are there bass in the ocean? I don't think there's bass in the ocean. There could be. Sea bass? I don't know. He fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Hey, Phil. Try it. Yeah, I wish I could. There's no tire shops here. Oh, God. You know what's crazy? I often wonder if there is another town like this one. Because I have to tell you, there ain't nothing in this town. Nothing. There's no bike shop. The closest bike shop is an hour away. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, I often wonder if this is actually the smallest community in the nation. On earth. Yeah. You want me to steal it? You want me to go steal a car, Brett's Nana? You gonna come bomb me out of jail? Oh my God, I like to sneeze to death, y'all. That's funny. Y'all, you know, maybe I'm exhausted from being out here for 3 weeks. I really just do not feel like today. I feel like giving up. Like, I just want to kick the bucket. What does that mean? What does kick the bucket mean? Like, did they spill water? I mean, I know they died, but like, the metaphor, like, is it a pun? Is it a metaphor? You know, they say, like, kick the bucket for he died. What does that mean? And I don't get the analogy, you know? Usually those metaphors have some kind of, he kicked the bucket. I don't get it. The last bucket of dirt onto the grave. Oh, the last bucket of dirt onto the grave? I don't get it. Oh, from slaughtering pigs. Well, you know, Ring Around the Posies was about the Holocaust. It was about people in concentration camps. Didn't know that. Sorry, it's kind of dark. Ring around the posies, pocket full of mosies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Not such a happy lyric, is it? Allegedly. I feel like I've read that, and then somebody told it to me recently, and then I was like, I remember that from my childhood, reading about that. I feel like I might have read it in a Holocaust book, but maybe I have them mixed up. Hold on. Where's my snot rocket? Oh, it's from Slaughtering Pigs. Oh, it spills. Oh. Dirty. Where did Ring Around the Rosies come from? Shit, originate from? Children sing. So actually it goes way after that. So I must be wrong. Somebody, and once again, I could have swore I read something about this. It's a nursery rhyme. Goes back. It's from Black Death. Well, they don't know. They're saying it's folklore. Folklore. Meet the Folkers. Folklore. Folk. Hip Hop Anonymous. What is wrong with me? I probably haven't eaten. They said that it might have come from like the plagues back in the day. So it looks like there's multiple versions of the song. I'm getting confused. Oh, so it was a rumor. Look, it says debunking the ring around the Rosies myth. So it's not about the Holocaust, and it's not about the Jesus Christ, bubonic plague. It's not about that either, which was a 14th century epidemic that killed over 25 million people. The song, they don't know where the hell it came from, okay? We don't know. I was wrong. I am a lot. I was the bad girl. Shit's just crawling everywhere, homie. You got to get used to that. Your body becomes like a insectarium. What do they call that? A planetarium? Yeah, an insectarium. I mean, you'll have bugs crawling on your shoes, bugs crawling on your arms, flaunting the flies away. And then you look down and you got an ant in your pants. Seriously. Oh. 14th century. English 101. Now, you don't want to learn English from me. Hell, do not learn English from me. And you know nobody can read nowadays. They don't know how to do math. And then you learn English from me. You're going to be triple screwed, dude. Nope. Hello, Raymond. I know, I didn't get it either. I need to get my life together, y'all, but I think it's the heat, too. When is it supposed to cool off? Hold on. What's the temperature? It's 97 and 52% humidity. It's supposed to cool off like Friday, but they always lie. They said that about this week. They said that about last week. Swear to God. Last Monday, they was like, next week's going to be cool. It should cool off into the 80s. Scattered thunderstorms in the evening. And then the following Monday, they said, oh no, we messed up. Actually, we got a heat wave coming through. It's about to be 110 degrees with the heat index. They're telling you how to purchase a cooler for $5.99. You get one free. Seriously, how do they mess it up this bad? They could kill people. Makes me mad. Oh, you got that $1 million Doppler radar and you still mess it up? I do a better job than they do, and I don't even have $1 million Doppler radar. I do weather predictions on this channel. Yeah, I'll get up, walk outside. Like, Jesus, they said it's going to be 90 today, but I feel like it's going to be like 97 and then probably like 102 heat index. And I always get it. Like, I'm always just like closer than the damn person. Real feel be like 119. They lie to us with that. Y'all, they use that real feel to lie to y'all. Do y'all know that? I'm telling you, you know how you can find out? Get a thermometer. Get one of them little thermometers from Lowe's. They got them in the little bird section and the flower section. Get you a thermometer. Put it in your car, or actually not, put it like outside under some shade. And I bet you that feels like will match the temperature that shows up on your temperature gauge. When I had my truck had a temperature gauge, and my truck would always match the heat index. It's crazy. The heat index is the feels like. It says feels like. It's supposed to say heat index. But people don't know what a heat index is, so they just put feels like. It feels like 78 outside, homie. This is how we're getting dumber. You know what I mean, homie? People's like, what's a heat index? They don't even, are they not teaching temperatures in school anymore either? No, Brooke, they don't. I mean, what are they teaching then? If they ain't teaching them home ec, wood shop, car, if they ain't teaching them how to read and write, what the hell are they teaching them in school nowadays? Genuinely, I need to know. Oh, that's right. Common race theory. What was that? Critical race theory. That's right. I forgot. Oh, that's right. They can just make up their own degrees now. They can just learn whatever about whatever they want to learn about. For real though. What the hell are they teaching them in them schools? They can't read. They can't write. I'm teaching them English. Oh God, it's too good. Oh good, well I'm glad you had good school experiences. Every kid deserves that. That's funny. Oh, it's hot. It's just getting hotter. It's okay. I mean, honestly, it's not as bad. It's like 3 days ago. 3 days ago was pretty bad. 3-4 days ago. The butterfly. I think I'm just like in a small depression because of the realization that I don't have a bike. I think maybe if I don't get trespassed from this McDonald's parking lot, I might be able to make it off this ground eventually today at some point when it cools off and go back in the other direction. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do at this point. Like, I'm super screwed. I just want to... I started to say I just want to drive my car off a bridge. I ain't even got a bike to drive myself. I'm just gonna have to jump. I'm just gonna have to jump. Oh my God, do you know how many years I've joked about driving my car off a bridge? And now I don't have a car to drive off a bridge. Missed opportunities. You know, you always want what you ain't got. You want what you got, you know, you had back, so you can kill yourself in it. And I had a perfectly good bike that I could have used to drive off a bridge. And now it's got a flat tire and I'm left with nothing. So at this point, our only option is to jump. I wish I could go commit a petty crime. I wish I could go commit a petty crime and they'd burn me at the stake. I told y'all I was born in the wrong time. I do. I wish that I could go commit a petty crime and get hung or something, you know, just get it all over with. Hell, back then I probably would have had to. We didn't have social media. I would have had no money to eat. I would have been stealing. I would have been stealing for food. I'd be I'd have no hands. They would have took both my hands because I needed water and protein. I'll lose a hand over protein. Just leave me my good hand and I'll be okay. This is my good hand. I'm right-handed. No, but for real, no shit. I would have. If this was like, you know, 12th century, 16th century, we was all running around in dresses. God, I couldn't imagine carrying that book bag in a dress. I couldn't imagine carrying this book bag in a dress and a petticoat and a girdle with a corset. No, God, yeah, I'm intentionally going to commit a crime. They gonna have to burn me at the stake because I ain't gonna make it. And if I lay in the street and die, I'm gonna be here for a damn good 2 weeks before I perish. Starvation is a slow, painful death. Probably, I mean, it's torture. It's torture. It would be torture. But for real, could you imagine? I'm like, I guess back then they had horses with saddlebags. I think I played way too much of the Oregon Trail, okay? Listen, I would have had to steal me a horse, grab me some saddlebags. Imagine being homeless back then. I mean, at least in modern society, they build shit closer together. They do. They build shit closer together now for us. Back in the day, I would have had to take 2 wagons and a train ride. Now, hell, did they even have trains in the 1600s? Now, I know they didn't in the 12th. I don't know if I don't think that we wasn't even here. Oh my God, y'all. We wasn't even here yet, but you know, in England we were, and you know, I'm so dense. That's funny. Anyways, yeah, you would have had to take 2 wagon rides, a train ride maybe, depending on the year and country, just to go find some woods and to get some water every day. Like, yeah, I guess I'm grateful for the fact that everything's so close together. Modern plumbing, you know. Well, you know, I'm kind of mad about modern plumbing because back in the day, you could go shit wherever you wanted. And matter of fact, if somebody rolled up on you and you were shitting, you were popping a squat, they didn't even think twice about it. Nowadays, they want to call the law on you, you know? They want to have you arrested for popping a squat. I'm sorry, this is so funny to me. I don't know how I even got on this, but yes, this is what we need more of. Yes, I want more content like this. Yes. You know, back in the day, 12th century, nobody questioned why you was popping a squat in that bush over there. Nowadays, they get so offended when they see you. They're shocked. They're horrified when you're shitting in a bush. I mean, I don't use. Listen. Oh God, y'all! I think I need to eat. I'm getting this is my sugar getting low. Yeah. God, never mind. I'm sorry. I lost my train of thought. That is hilarious. I'm dying right now. Yeah, luckily I haven't had to use the bathroom in no bush, you know. There's been a few times, I mean, y'all know I have to go pee in the streets, but that's different. And I go and find some woods, and then I got baby wipes, and I try to, you know, do my due diligence to take care of that baby wipe and throw it in the trash. Anyway, luckily though, I haven't had to like seriously raw dog it out here. But I've seen a few things. I caught a woman in a bush one time in Jacksonville, and I was cleaning the beach. I was just minding my business. It was a normal day. It was beautiful. The water was perfect temperature. It was sunny. I'm cleaning up trash. I look over to my left, and there's a woman taking a shit in the bush. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Well, I actually didn't say anything because I didn't know if I should. I don't know what the etiquette on that social situation is. I don't know what the etiquette on that social situation is, okay? Do we greet them when we see them? I don't think we should. I think we should just act like we didn't see them and keep moving. That's what I did. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, oh my God. And I and to be honest, I was shocked. And I even told I was so shocked that I told somebody. I was like, oh my God, dude, I just saw a lady shitting in a bush. I just saw a lady shitting in a bush. And he was like, no way. And I'm like, yeah, I know, right? And so I was so shocked that I had to tell somebody. I had to tell somebody, you know? But I still wasn't like, oh my God, why was she doing that? No, absolutely not. I knew exactly why she was. I didn't want to condemn her for the behavior is my point. I didn't want to judge her for that. You know, you gotta go when you got them spread on a sandy beach up in the bush popping a squat. Like, I'm not judging. I was just shocked, you know. I knew why she was doing it. She had to go. Like, girl, go ahead, you know. But it shocked me so much that I had to tell somebody because I was shocked. Like, you ever seen this kind of thing around here? I'm not from Jacksonville, and I was in Jacksonville. So I think that when I told the cashier, yes, it was a clerk at a gas station. I think when I told him, I was really looking to see if he saw that kind of thing around there before. And as it just so happens, he was not surprised. So that leads me to believe that that type of thing has happened around there before, you know? Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. Not judging. Just relating. I'm laughing my ass off at my dumb self. Just relating, you know? No, imagine though if you were homeless back in the day. Like 1500s, 1600s. I mean, being homeless today is still a luxury into being, you know, I bet homeless today is what modern society was back in the day. You know, there was a time where we didn't have homes, and a lot of people did live outside, and they couldn't afford houses, and they lived in the slums, and they had little rickety shacks all over town, tent cities, but it was like rickety shacks. You ever seen the Philippines? The not, you know, the poverty-stricken part of the Philippines. It looked like that. You know how they just build shit on the water with like toothpicks? They use like bamboo shoots. They like make whole towns out of bamboo shoots. They do. You ever seen the Philippines? It's sad. It really is. I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at the fact that the intuitive, like the what's the engine, the production of what is it when you're like you can build something out of nothing? You're the ingenuity. I tried. Innovative. I mean, that is innovative. When you can take nothing and make something, that makes you smarter than most people, because most people can't make shit nowadays, except for drama and problem in your life. But you know what I mean? Innovative. It is very innovative how they build those house structures in the Philippines over the water, and it's just trash everywhere. I mean, it's sad, but at the same time, it's innovative, and there is skill there. I couldn't do it. We'd be down there with the trash. Couldn't do it. It's like these little huts that they make out of just scrap parts of materials. I mean, it'll be anything from house side paneling to scrap metal to fencing to bamboo shoots, legitimately. Wood. And they build these tracks, these like a walkway over the water, and then they start building out from that, and before you know it, it looks like what you would think you would see here, like in a homeless encampment, like tent city. It's really just like, it's like that. A lot of the city looks like that. And where the water is, it's just trash in the water. They just litter all in the water. It's sad. It really is. That takes some innovation to make all of that stand up, working with nothing. Yeah. But, you know, modern society years ago was like that too. We've always had slums. We've always had homeless people. But I bet that being homeless today with resources like money and a little bit of income is what modern society was like hundreds of years ago. There was no indoor plumbing. They had to go outside to use the bathroom. They had outhouses, but what if they were bicycling into town to sell their favorite goat or something? They'd have to stop and pee in the woods, just like, but now we have gas stations. You can stop and pee at a gas station. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Being homeless today with a little bit of income is probably like living during the damn 1400s or something. You know what I mean? They didn't shower every day back then. When they lived in castles, it stunk. Those castles were nasty. It stunk. Everybody stunk. There was a time where people didn't brush their teeth every day. People stunk. Their breath stunk. They stunk. You know? Yeah, no doubt. Is that K. Marie? Well, where do you shower? Where do you shower, Gypsy? Where do you shower? Let's let Gypsy answer, because I'm being patient today, even though I'll get no credit for it once I block her. Where do you shower? Let's see. On the beach. Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. Don't tell people where you stay. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna remove it because I don't want people to know your location. That makes sense. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have a water supply. A lot of homeless people don't have those resources, and it takes money to buy shampoo and deodorant and toothpaste and all of that. Some homeless people don't have that. And I think y'all went to the river with me yesterday when I showered, but like, I think your only options are going to be in some kind of water source like the beach, like Gypsy was saying, or the river. You know, most of these cities, does Jacksonville even have, where you're at, Gypsy, do they have a community center there for you to shower? Is there a place for you to go where you could shower, fill up a water bottle, brush your teeth? Is there anywhere like for you to do that? Make phone calls if you had a job interview. Ooh, an office. Ooh, yes. Ooh, we need an office for them, like a space where they can accept phone calls and do job interviews. Free Wi-Fi so that they can job interviews. Y'all say y'all want them to get a job. Well, they got to have resources. They ain't got none. Unless they're lucky like me and they had resources before they came homeless and they have an income. Oh, in the national parks and state forests. I bet that, me too, that's where I'm at right now. The gym water was like ruining my hair because they put all those chemicals in it. I agree. I bet that's been an adventure. I'm sure that it's not been easy at all, but I'm sure that it's been beautiful. And you probably have a way different perspective of Mother Nature than most people. You're probably more at where you're supposed to be with Mother Earth than most people are. It's crazy. Me neither. Me neither. I ain't going to no homeless shelter, especially as a woman. And then I'm a woman that has a little bit of income. Are you kidding me? I will be fed to the wolves. You're dealing with some dangerous people. Listen. Unfortunately, poverty and crime go together, okay? They go together. They're a gateway to each other, okay? These homeless shelters, they have a lot of unsavory characters. These homeless shelters do not care if they house women with sexual predators. There are tons of sexual predators, drug addicts, people that sell drugs that live in the shelter. They want access to the shelter to make money off of homeless people. It's crazy. It's very dangerous. I don't feel like women and men should even be housed together. I feel like I understand that they're adults, but I don't feel like they should be housed together. We don't house women and men together when they're children, and we don't house them together typically. Well, rehabs, it depends. They do have women's own and men's own. State facilities, they mix them. Mental health facilities, they mix them. When it comes to shelters, though, where someone is staying overnight and people are going to be sleeping there with children, to house sex offenders around children, why are we even having this discussion? They need to be separated. Thank you for that, Gypsy. I love people that can make me think. I love the outdoors, too. How are you handling the heat in Florida? I hope you're staying hydrated. I'm sure you are. You're an expert. I need to be asking you for advice. That's a long time to be out here. But like I said, you probably have a different perspective, more of a wholesome, what you're supposed to have. People don't respect the earth anymore. People don't appreciate, all these places. And I get to see so much cool stuff because I'm literally out here in the streets. And even living out of a car, it's just easier to live somewhere where there's a lot of open land, like Florida, like the mountains. It's just easier to blend in as a van lifer. So that's why we were there. Hey, Leland. Oh, thank you. 117. Jesus. We're going to melt away, y'all. Hey, Girl Mom 08. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I like the river too. I wish I had some, Gypsy, would be really helpful washing in the river like that. If we had like a waste caddy, something that was waterproof, that had little pockets, you can stick your little small bottles of shampoo and like your toothbrush, or something that'll grasp onto your toothbrush. And so when you're in the river, you got all your stuff right there. You know what I did the first time I washed in the river a few weeks ago? I did it on live. There's video of it. I had on clothes. I'm not like that. Listen to what I did. I took the top off the shampoo, dumped some shampoo in my hand, put the top back on the shampoo, and then dropped it on the river floor. I dropped it in the river and lost my shampoo. I don't know. I mean, I don't even drop my shampoo in the shower at home. Why would I do that? ADHD. That's why. I was doing too much at once. I can't see y'all. Nope, can't van life. Nope. Hell, I can't even bike life now. God, you're tall. Hey, Brooke. Oh, thank you, Grandma. I wouldn't even have made it this far if it wasn't for people helping me, It's just crazy. I think that's what makes me angry, is that people want to come here and talk about money and donations that I get. If I got all of those donations, my bills would have been paid. It's hurt my channel, and it's hurt me. It's literally, look at my position now. All over a lot, stuff that didn't exist. I didn't even make $10,000 last year. That's why I lost my truck. And it's hurt my channel, it's hurt me. I wouldn't be this far if it wasn't for donations, And that's why I bring it up, because what if I wouldn't have had those donations? I would either A, be in the hospital, B, be in jail, or C, be dead. It's only because of my donations that I've made it this far. And then people want to sit here and bash me for making a career, making a living. If this bothers you so bad, why don't you start your own channel? I'm sure you'll do well, I don't understand people. My legs are so chafed. That's crazy you bring that up, KCH. The inside of my thighs are just raw as hell. It sucks so bad. And they burn now, once they start to bust open, they burn. State centers, yeah. This spider will not leave me alone. It's one of the jumping ones. Look at this. Let's go for more. Look, he's right there. Come on. I guess he wants to be famous. Are you for real? I've literally He's looking me right. He's been jumping around on me for like 10 minutes and would not leave me alone. And then I put him on my hand, and all of a sudden he's acting normal. What is your deal? I guess he wanted some camera time. It's just a little baby spider. He's actually... Oh, he's done... Where'd he go? There he is. He has a web. Alright, you got to go. You got... I swear to God, he's looking right at me. It's so weird. Sometimes I wonder. I'm like, did they... Like that lizard on the rock. You think they got a conscience? Sometimes I be wondering. I'm like, that damn squirrel's got a conscience. I'm telling you, he's got a soul. That squirrel has some soul in him. You ain't never met a squirrel that has some soul. I'm telling you. They like flip upside down on a bird feeder and they got that tail shaking in the air. And you're like, damn, he got some soul in him. Y'all ain't ever see that? Oh, is that a jumping spider? Is that what that... He was like... He was cute. He seemed smart. I swear to God, he was looking right at me. You could see all 25 of his eyes. Y'all, I need to get it together. It's hot. This phone won't charge because it's too hot now. But it's uncharged it during 80%. Oh my Lord, what is going on? How much battery's left? 77%. It says that this phone is too hot to continue to charge. There it goes. This thing actually has uncharged one or two phones pretty decently. So I guess it ain't bad, but it's heavy. That's the problem. And you got it on your back. This is the one that needs to charge. I'm supposed to quit smoking. I know I got on a vape. Oh. My phone is not working. Man. So if y'all did y'all see the Walmart thing earlier? That was crazy, right? I know that there was this girl that said she wanted to bring me a bike, y'all. People don't understand. Part of the reason that I share all of this, even the bad, is because I want people to know what the symptoms are. I want people to understand these mental health conditions better. Society doesn't even have a basic understanding of what PTSD is. It sucks. And it actually puts patients at risk of harming people. And it also puts them at risk of not making it out here. I don't know how to explain it. I can't meet new people. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm more comfortable meeting a new cop than a new civilian. At least I got a 50% chance of knowing who I'm dealing with the cop. I would rather have interactions with the cops than civilians. At least I know there's a 50% chance of who I'm going to be dealing with. I can't meet people like y'all can meet people. I can't be around people like y'all can be around people. I don't want to be. It infuriates me. It annoys me. It puts me in a dangerous situation of snapping. I was thinking about that. I was like, dude. And also, they're cammed up. You know, these civilians that do shit out here, they can put things in a bad light. That was intentional, probably. Y'all see how that goes. Didn't that happen yesterday too? It sure did. Wasn't that weird? People just disappoint me, and I just can't be out here meeting people, you know? Don't want to be, can't be. I think that's why codependency works so strong. You know? That's what codependency is. Being tied to one person, or trauma bonded to a person, you know? This has all sucked. It sucks that my followers don't understand me, and it sucks that I've hurt my followers because they don't understand me. Like, I don't know how to put it into words. It just sucks. I don't know how to connect with people. I don't know how to I don't know how to connect with people. I don't want to. Does that make sense? I have zero desire to connect with anybody. If I had my way, I'd be on an island right now by myself picking coconuts out of a tree, running half naked through the high bush to catch me a damn bird for dinner. By myself for the rest of eternity. Happy as a pig in shit. I don't think that lady was trying to prey on me that was trying to give me a bike. I just think that's what I'm saying. Like, and I thought she was a troll. Because how many people have popped over here and said, oh, I'll give you a bike, and then it never happened. Remember all of that? The electric bike. So, you know. It just sucks that I can't accept help. I gotta pee again. This is why I don't drink water. And I didn't even drink the rest of that. I've had no water today, no food. I'm really depressed about the whole bike situation. That was my lifeline. And all I want to do is fix it my fucking self. I don't want to ask nobody. I don't want nobody's money. I don't want nobody to give me shit. Oh, it was that motherfucker. First of all, he acts like he don't know English, and he does. He sat there and swept around me for an hour when I was on live earlier. It was weird. And then he's the one that just set the car horn off on that car. Y'all, people are so fake, and I see so through it. You don't understand how I understand people better than they understand themselves. That motherfucker probably sits at home watching me. Creepy. It's a town of 2,000 people where I've lived for the past 20-something years. So weird. I'm starting to get ill. I was going to say something to him earlier, but I was being nice this morning. He was literally right, like, half a foot from me, sweeping around my feet, sweeping around me. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Nobody wants to be that close to you. And that's why you're trying to get close to me. It's like that door thing where they open the door and they lean in the door so that you have to go under their arm. They're trying to get as close as possible to you, you know? It's crazy. Anyways. I really ain't had caffeine today either. Maybe if I had some caffeine, I'd feel better. And some people just got that sketchy ass look about them. You know, like when they go riding by, they be like, sorry, that was my best impression. They be like creeping out the window, like they look nefarious. You be rolling up looking nefarious, wondering why I'm looking at you crazy. Why you look crazy like that? Fix your face. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. They be looking crazy sometimes. They show you the crazy on the outside that matches the inside. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what to do anymore. I just am past the point of caring, honestly. I did everything right, and I'm so proud of myself. My situation makes me sad, but I think what makes me sadder is to know that other good people have been treated like this by society over and over. It breaks my heart for other people more than it does for myself, because I'm strong enough to fucking handle it, but I know that this is not an isolated incident. My whole life has been like this. I've never had an ounce of stability from childhood to now. And all I've done my whole life is try to add stability to my life. And everything just blows the fuck up. So maybe I'm trying too hard. I don't know. That's the only possible. I mean, that is a whole thing. That's like a whole theory. To try too hard. That it actually has the opposite response. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. I've never heard of anybody getting sober and losing everything in a matter of 4 years and becoming homeless because they got sober. It's crazy. But that's what happened. Yay. Love that for me. I don't even think that Goodwill's open today. I don't know what's been going on in this town. I didn't see, in the past 2 days, I didn't see like 4 random businesses that didn't even open. That's weird. You know we're fucked if Goodwill goes out of business. All their shit's donated. They make nothing but money. It's all profit. You know what I mean? We are screwed. And they pay their employees shit, so I know they ain't damn got much of an overhead cost. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Hello. Thank you. What an idiot. The Walmart manager. What has gotten into people? If you know that it's a prank call and you know that it's a lie, then why are you in my face other than to give me the phone number of the person that called and prank called the Walmart? I don't even understand what just happened. Do you understand? He has got to be pretty dumb. I mean, he has to be. I'm just saying. None of it even makes sense. If you believe the caller, then you ask me to leave. That's not what he did. I'm so confused. I don't think people know what they do. He liked to just rip that thing off the back of that trailer. It's like a crane or an excavator on the back of the trailer. Anyways, what was the point of that? The whole Walmart thing. Once again, an incompassionless asshole. You know I'm homeless. You see me out here struggling. You know, that's what I told him. I said, I just bought a bicycle from here 3 weeks ago and it's broke. Like, I shouldn't even be back in this situation. I bought a product from you and it's broke 3 weeks after spending $200 on it. It's broke. I got a flat tire. The bike is no good. So I'm here to buy another bike. And he's talking about somebody called and said that I was soliciting in the store. Never have I ever. You know? And then he was going to let me buy the bicycle, but by that time I was so pissed off. I was like, no, I'm not spending my money here. You know I'm homeless and you see me in here every day. Do you know how much money I spent in there yesterday? $90. I spent $90 in that Walmart yesterday. The day before that, $60. The day before that, $30. And you know I'm homeless and you see me in here dropping hundreds of dollars to survive. And you know I have a social media page and some troll calls you, trolling you. And instead of checking your security footage to see if I spoke to any customers in the Walmart, which I didn't, instead of verifying that that person was lying, you come to me and ask me to stop filming myself. All of that's recorded. We're living in the fucking twilight. So you want to trample on my constitutional rights to film myself in public instead of doing what you should have done, which was help me. I don't want your fucking money. I wanted you to have some compassion. You could have come up to me and said, hey, we got some loser calling, making up lies, trolling, blah, 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 blah. Everybody in this town knows what the fuck is going on. Stop acting stupid. Because the moment that I said, you know, I got a YouTube channel, I got followers that troll, somebody's lying to you, he's like, yeah, I know. Okay, then why are you in my face? What is the problem? Instead of having some kind of compassion and coming in to inform me that some losers were trolling, he comes and asks me to stop filming myself. He thinks that the solution to my problem is to stop trying to make money so that I starve next month and have no more money to spend in Walmart. What is wrong with y'all? Not you, but half of y'all. Why do y'all think that a woman deserves to get stalked because she broadcasts her life online? Let me tell you why. Because 85% of my following is men, so I already know why. They want me to get stalked because they're mad I won't touch their penises. That's why. That's why. I know who my following is. Not all of them. But why do some of y'all think that it is normal for a woman to get stalked and go through stuff like this? Why? Why do you think it's normal? Why do you think that I deserve this? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. It goes to show. Oh my God, she said, you're telling the truth, Gypsy. Gypsy said people treat homeless people really bad because we're all mentally broken from dealing with all of you idiots. No doubt. No doubt. Show. Why won't it let me show? It won't let me. YouTube won't let me show it. YouTube said because you said idiots. You know, people can come here and talk about my tits, talk about all kinds of dirty stuff. That's all right. But you can't say idiot on the YouTube channel. You can sexually harass some woman for 2 years. I've got tons of content showing that. And that's okay. Me too. I'm mentally broken and I work my ass off. Tell me about it. Most people would never do this job. They wouldn't have the capacity to. They couldn't take accountability like I have. They couldn't be honest about all their dirt, their secrets, all everything. You know, and that's another thing. I have so much more secrets, actual tea. I got the real tea. See, we've been hung up on the lies for 1.5 years now. I ain't even been able to tell y'all all the shit I want to tell you. We ain't even started. It's crazy. I've been so busy with all of the lies, dealing with that controversy, that I haven't even begun to tell the full story. It's crazy. Some deep secrets. I've made some poor mistakes. And one day, when I get the respect that I deserve for being so forthcoming, I'll share it. It'll probably be, I don't know. I don't want to put a time on it. I don't know when I'm not going to be homeless anymore. When I have stability, when I eat 3 meals a day, when I get some rest, then I might actually start talking about the true story. Because the internet has spun this web of lies that they believe, and now my life has been seriously impacted because of that, and I've lost everything. It's crazy. Not one thing have I ever read on the internet that was true about me. Not one thing. Not one. Not one lie was true. Not even remotely close to the truth. It's not even a bad game of telephone, you know? It's not even a bad game of telephone. It's a blatant lie. I broke a kid's arm. That's a blatant lie. It's a blatant lie. All of it. It's crazy. I've never harmed a child. I never even spanked my daughter. My daughter I didn't believe in corporal punishment. Never have. I might talk a lot of shit about punching people in the throat. Children are different. Way different. And that's why we focus on early childhood development on this channel. It's crazy. How are you going to call somebody who spends on average 2 or 3 hours a week devoted to early childhood development a child abuser? It's crazy. It's preposterous. It's crazy. I'm out here doing more for some people's children than they do for their own. And I never had that opportunity. It was stolen from me. And it pisses me off that people would come over here and victim blame someone who had her rights taken over lies. Crazy. And once again, I'm the one that told the internet that, and look what happened. I hate this world, y'all. I really do. I hate this world. I need water. Do you need a credit card or can you use a debit card for Uber? I don't know. I don't trust people with my lives. I'm not stupid like that. Sorry, not sorry. I've been behind in the back seat of Ubers many times, and not a single one of them fuckers knew how to drive. Some of the worst drivers on the road are Uber drivers. Fucking psychos. Seriously. I don't know. Do you need a credit card? Thank you. Yeah, I know, but I gotta get food and water today. What am I supposed to do? I've got to go 5 miles that way to get food and water. Can't go in that Walmart. I use my Cash App. That's what I'm worried about, though. And they said that it's actually like one city over. I don't know how much it would cost to, like, I don't even want that bike. I'm so done. Y'all don't understand. I'm exhausted from biking. Like, I'm literally so tired. And I see no light at the end of the tunnel. And I say that, and then things get worse. And people are like, just pray about it. It's not getting better, okay? Like, things are getting worse. I'm so weak right now. I have not had water today. That was not sufficient. I don't, you know, I literally just want to die in the street to prove a point. I do. I literally want to die in the street just to prove a fucking point. Yeah, the problem is I don't know if my phone's going to let me download because I never have service, remember? And I just can't even think about that. That's too stressful. See, that's what I'm saying. That's PTSD. That's a whole new task that my brain right now cannot compute, which is going to cause me to spiral. Adding that task of getting... I'm not going to go bug them. I'm not going over there. I don't ask... No, absolutely not. Hell no. This is too much. I'm about to cut the comments off. Y'all are giving me anxiety. This is what I'm saying. I have mental health problems, and people think it's a joke, and they think they do too. No, you don't. Not if you're not out here like me, stressed like this. If comments don't, you know, never mind. I need to be wasting my time with people that have actual mental health problems so that I can better help them. I thought that when I came to the internet, I would find people in my situation. I have yet to see anyone that actually has PTSD out here struggling like me. Oh, you know what? I take that back. I went and visited 190 veterans in Western North Carolina, and they had PTSD. That's the only other people I've ever met in my life that actually had PTSD, war veterans. All these people running around, I got PTSD. No, you don't. You wouldn't be running around with me if you did. This shit gets overdiagnosed, and then the mental health disorder is devalued. And people think that it's something that it's not. Everybody's saying, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? All of that puts pressure on me, and I physically cannot. This is all I can physically do today. Seriously, I have no food. I have no water. I'm exhausted. I don't know what my plan is. I don't know how I'm going to get another bike. I don't know if I'm going to get another bike, you know? God, my back hurts from sleeping on concrete. I woke up this morning with my back hurting so freaking bad. There's not even a Craigslist for this town. There's no Craigslist here. The closest place is Greensboro, and nobody's going to be willing to bring a bike 100 miles. And it's like 30, but it's an hour. Let's get a double fucking triple goddamn quadra. I'm gonna get a double shot of espresso, slam 2 Excedrin, and we're gonna walk. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and slam those 2 Excedrin so that I can pound 200 milligrams of caffeine. If people don't terrify the shit out of you, then you don't have PTSD. I mean, seriously though, I was thinking about that. I was like, why don't the cops give me PTSD like they used to? Because it's been about a year and a half. Like when I first went into my episode of PTSD, it was when I got evicted off my own property. That's what sent me into a PTSD episode. It was betrayal trauma, and it's very common actually. Usually we see this with like people who are married. One spouse steals all the other spouse's shit and all the savings and the children, and takes off and cheats, and that level of betrayal is intentional. That person that cheated and stole and planned all of this shit to swindle the other spouse, there's a level of maliciousness, malevolence that goes into that can impact somebody's psyche. That's exactly what happened to me, because that's what happened to me. However, this was not a spouse, this was a family member. So anyways, when I had to deal with the cops, it was pretty bad, but then it calmed down when I went to Florida. Like they were nice down there, so I could deal with them better. I knew what to expect. They weren't like ripping me out of cars and gang beating me like up here, you know. So locking me up for crimes I didn't commit. So when I went to Florida, it kind of evened off last year, and I got to deal with them more, and I could deal with them more. And then, you know, even here when I had to call them for those 2 or 3 flipping 1,200 incidents, even here they were nice. And I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, I wonder why they don't freak me out as bad as they, you know, my symptoms are not as bad, but also I've dealt with a lot of things that I needed to deal with. But also it had me thinking about my childhood. The reason that they don't typically bother me is because those were some of the people that raised me. I was raised in the Department of Corrections. I was a child. I was 14. What is that, a freshman? A fucking 8th grader? Some of my parental figures for 2 years was through the Department of Corrections. So, and then at 18, I was back in there for another half a dozen, or what, 3 to 5 years. And I actually did 2 prison stays. You see what I'm saying? And then it's been a total of 8 years of my life that I've been in the Department of Corrections. So, yeah. At least I know what I'm getting with them. They either gonna beat me or smile at me. Ask me a bunch of questions. Am I getting beat or am I getting questioned? It's 50-50. Out here, though, with civilians, it's completely different. You don't know what you're getting. You don't know who you're getting. There's 100 things they could do to you. I can't leave them off the ground. I'm really in a depression, y'all, so please just, I'm sorry. When people tell me to do stuff, it puts anxiety on me. It's like, I don't know, man. You got some nagging wife that wants you to do too much. She's like, can you mow the yard, hang these Christmas lights, take the kids to band practice, come home, feed the cats? And it's like everything she asks you, it just, you get heavier. And I wasn't going to, you know, I know y'all don't expect me to do all of that. Y'all are just giving me ideas. But to me, I don't know how to explain it. It just causes mass anxiety. That's the only thing I know how to say. Y'all, they ain't even got a soda machine over here. Look, there's not even a soda machine out here for me to fill my water bottle up. The soda machine is in the back. Welcome to homeless infrastructure. It's crazy how I can read an article or read about a subject and then I start seeing it in society, what the article, like I didn't even understand the article fully, and it's actually a long paper. And I didn't even understand it because it's so complex. And how many times this week have I said homeless infrastructure? It's exactly what that is. That's what that paper was talking about. They take away bathrooms, parks, water, power. There's not even a soda machine out here to let customers know that they have no right to make their own drinks. They don't want homeless people asking for water and stuff. I gotta use the bathroom. No, I haven't. Espresso? Yes.
What you asking for? Shots of espresso?
Yeah, just a shot. Yeah, you can put them together. That's fine.
Yeah, you just want shots of espresso.
Yeah, shots. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Ain't it sad? I thought he was coming up to me to say, somebody's on the phone saying that you made a bomb threat. Ain't that sad? The worker come up to me to make sure that my coffee was right and that I wanted it right. And I thought he was coming up to me to say, oh, somebody else has called. This is ridiculous, y'all. This is so fucking illegal. You cannot prank call businesses and report a customer is breaking the law or doing something nefarious. You know what I mean? No, I just took 2 Excedrins. I have work to do. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I don't have time to eat. I just got out of my depression, so we're about to start walking, and I got to figure out water. I bet the Dollar Tree's got some. That's a half a mile up there now, because I ain't got no bike. I just want to scream. That'll help. Music. I need music. Yes, God, why didn't I think of that? I forget. I'm under duress. You know, I was so full of hope this morning. I was like 6-year-old baby Brooke on a Christmas morning with 2 loving parents and stability. So hopeful. Damn. Now I feel like I just realized I was living under the Biden administration again. Could you imagine if Kamala Harris won? That's how I feel. Just imagine if she won. Let's all go there in our heads. Just imagine Kamala Harris was in office. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Oh, girl, that's my fault. I saw this.
No, I had my eyes closed and I was talking to the camera and I couldn't hear.
I saw this was outside and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it.
Thank you. I
But
really
it's
appreciate
two
it.
shots was special, right? It's 2 shots.
Yep. It's perfect. Thank y'all. Don't work too hard. He was sweet. I'm standing here running my mouth to y'all. He's standing here with my coffee like this. Let's go before I get kicked off this property too. I feel like a dog at the pound. They got free and I just keep stopping by houses and they keep kicking me. Hey, at least this house gave me a cup of coffee. Let's go before they kick me too. That's funny. Yeah, could you imagine if Kamala got in office? What the world be like? I mean, one thing's for sure. Brooke, never mind. I'm gonna be nice today. We probably, you think we would have got the Epstein files if they was in office? I think the left was trying to cover it up too, y'all. I think they's all in on it. I think that's why they're working so well together all of a sudden. Because they don't ever work together. They got one thing in common. It's the common denominator, that list. Now all of a sudden the right's working with the left and the left's working with the right and everybody's being nice. It's like, damn, you could have done that like 6 decades ago. Y'all don't ever work together. Oh God, no. See, I told you I gotta listen to commercials. She's a liar. She makes all this money. You just heard the commercial. I'm poor. I'm a creator. It gets millions of views. And I can't afford premium. I gotta listen to commercials too. Hell, I'm helping somebody make money too, I guess. So we're gonna hoof it. I don't know how long. Let me GPS. It's like y'all, you know what sucks is I can't make any plans now. I can't move around town to have separate sleeping spots. I just want to scream. You don't understand. Like, I might as well just sit down and lay down and go ahead and die. Because I need a bicycle to survive. And I don't have one. And I'm not going back in that Walmart. And there's no other store in this town that sells one. So, this is bullshit. It's like 3 miles. Look for a bike at the Goodwill. The problem is I'm starting to stink and like going in businesses. I gotta be careful because I reek. I stink. I know I do. I smell myself. My clothes are wet from sweat. I didn't realize how much the basket on that bike was helping me. Being able to put all those waters in there and carry food. That was a lifeline. I didn't even realize it until it was gone, you know what I mean? So what if it's just like, losers pulling up trying to impress me with their sound system? Maybe I thought that it was like people trying to fuck up my money, but either way, your stupidity. Can you not hear that? I'm sure you can. Like, it. Not allowed to stand here and enjoy my cup of coffee. There's Goodwill. The problem is, you guys, it's like I'm dehydrated. I understand that it's only been since like last night, yesterday, since I drank water, but what you don't understand is for some reason, I need a really lot of water to operate, like a lot of water and food, like good food. Like I can't eat shit food like that. My body can't operate on that. My body, the way that I'm able to do these high endurance things is because I'm living on what I'm supposed to be living on. And I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's what I've been trying to tell y'all. If everybody... everybody clean their diets up, we got rid of all this shit, the world would be a happier place. I gotta get water first. I don't feel good at all. My head hurts so bad. I'm not going to be able to shower at all now. I won't even be able to go to the river to take a bath. This fucking sucks. Won't be able to wash laundry. I mean, if I'm not going to have to access the food, then of course I'm not going to have fucking access the laundry. You can't walk up in there smelling like shit. Order a plate of food to go, making the restaurant reek with homelessness. And this is how shit goes from bad to worse. But hell, I've got 2 years of content of that. Are we surprised? Whatever happens, good. I can't recall. Thank you. Oh, that's right. I'm not talking crap. But that's right. I got $60 in donation, like once a month for a week. That's right. Not to talk crap, but you know what I mean. I'm being facetious. I'm saying that because that's the reason I have nothing. I need water. I'm not going to be able to carry any, so whatever I can drink now, and put one bottle in there. The bag is completely full and my back is killing me. I mean, I guess I can throw away my essentials, my toothbrush, my deodorant, my shampoo, my hairbrush. That's the only essentials I have. That would make a little room, but then I won't be able to shower. I won't have a toothbrush to brush my teeth. What I tell you, $1. I'll get 2, and I know I'm gonna regret having to carry with me because I'll be so mad. Alright, that's it. kind of want to down like 5 Celsius just to see what would happen today. Maybe 15. What would happen if I just took them to the head?
How are you?
Good, how are you? I don't need no bag.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Would you like to donate it back to school item?
No, thank you.
Or a
Sorry. Oh, no. I didn't mean to be that kind of... Oh, I got it. I had to cancel it because I accidentally hit cash back and I didn't need cash back. There we go. Thank you.
I want the receipts.
No, ma'am.
Thank you.
You have a good one. Water. Now let's go to Goodwill. I need electrolytes. There's no shade over here. I swear to God, they build every single one of these parking lots so that it's blazing when you sit down on those benches. Even the Walmart up there, it's hot as hell in the front. The sun comes up right there. Not even joking. Every Walmart I ever stayed at, I swear to God, the sun comes up right where it's going to make your car the hottest. That can't be a coincidence that they build them a certain way. Like, I'm not even joking in the slightest. Every time the sun would be right in the front, beating down on the windshield. It gets so hot in there if you try to stay overnight, like if your car living. Can't be a coincidence. Can't be. Even Planet Fitnesses, malls. I was just like, what the hell? Does everybody build their damn building facing the sun? I mean, it's gonna be, but like it comes up at a certain time, like in the mornings. It rises in a certain position to where it's beating right down on the car. That's what I'm saying. It's really ironic how many places I used to sleep where it was built like that. The sun come right up in front of you. It's like, damn. Couldn't have built this shit like on the west side of the parking lot or something. Now it's full daylight. Hottest part of the day. Is there shade anywhere? Can I just have 20 minutes of shade, please? My head is pounding. All that caffeine probably don't help, but that's the only way I was able to go get water. I don't think people understand that I'm almost 40 years old. I think I look cute and I do a lot of physical shit, and people are like, oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. It's like, damn, what would you do if you was in my position, you know? Would you be able to damn even bicycle 5-6 miles for food, much less walk in the heat? It's like, damn. Raccoons. You don't like them? You don't like my sunglasses? What's wrong with my sunglasses? Why don't you like my sunglasses? I feel like a bumblebee. I feel like a fly. You know? I feel like a dragonfly. Yeah, there you go. I just sit down. Ow, that concrete's hot. Concrete's hot. I never did turn on my music. Sure didn't. I have to stay hydrated, put a little salt in the water. Yeah, I have to really stay on top of this, you know. There ain't no truck stop around here. We've been over this 3 weeks ago when I lost my truck. I gotta find the electrolytes. Electrolytes, that's what I need. I gotta focus. Where did my other water go? I had two. Hey. Electrolytes. We need water.
No.
Oh, and also, that tire from last night is ruined, so what happened with that? How did we roll up at Hardee's and there was air in the tire? We went into Hardee's to use the bathroom for like 3 minutes. We come out and the tire was completely flat. And when I tried to put air in it, the air wouldn't stay in it. There's a hole in it somewhere. How did that happen? I was using the bathroom when it happened, so how did that happen? There was air in it when I walked away from it. I come back, there was no air in it. Did it grow arms and legs and stab itself? Did it get too hot and implode while I was in the commode? Seriously, what happened with that bike tire last night? I'm telling y'all, weird stuff happens to me all the time. Y'all were with me, it was on live. We walked to Hardee's, parked the bike to use the bathroom, come back out of the bathroom and the tire was flat. Do you know how hard my brain hurts from trying to think about and figure out all these riddles? It's what it feels like. It feels like a riddle. Like, how did this happen? I parked it. It had air. Walked away. Come back. No air. How could it have happened? You think a raccoon come up and started chewing on it? A feral ferret come up and started chewing on the tire while I was in the bathroom? How could it have happened? Anyways, yeah, I feel like crazy trying to figure out all these mysteries all the time. Damn, I'm Nancy Drew. The homeless edition Nancy Drew. Out here trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Seriously. My life is the Oregon Trail. I'm trying to survive. Oh, God. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Where in the world is Brooke? I need electrolytes. That's not it. That's all I got, though. Oh. Y'all, I done went through all these electrolytes? No way. No way. No freaking way. This is all energy stuff. I don't need no more energy stuff. I think I just ate like 400 milligrams of caffeine. Well, there was the Excedrin. That's 160, 120, 65, 65. That's 125. Oh, that's 130. See, baby squirrel can do math when she's not under pressure. So that's 130 milligrams of caffeine. And then the double espresso. Espresso is what, like 80, 90 milligrams? I don't know. I would guess that espresso is like 80, 90 milligrams for a shot. It'll be okay. But did I die? Not yet. I mean, if I'm gonna have to go through all this torture, why don't you let me actually like go be on Survivor or something, Ninja Warrior? I mean, put me to use. Like, dang, you know, send me overseas or something. I mean, let me join the military. Like, what? If you're going to, like, you know, if I gotta go through this kind of hell, I mean, I might as well just go to war and go through this kind of hell, because that's what it's like. I got all these people out here trying to kill me and shit, trying to starve me, like, literally. You know? Sucks. If I'm gonna go through all this pain, damn, can I at least make enough money to eat off of while I'm struggling? Like, while I'm being a guinea pig for society? This is SOS. It's got B vitamins. It's all... How much sodium is in this thing? 330. You know, it's crazy because it made my legs swell up yesterday. But the problem is is the swelling went down overnight, and then I felt a little bit better, so I definitely needed it. Your body will get rid of the excess. Well, you swell it too. But I don't know. For me, I always swell a little bit, and then I go down the next morning. And then I gotta puff up again. I'm like a puffer fish with sodium. They're so cute. You ever seen them? The blowfish? It gets then they get stressed. They get stressed and they spaz out, and then they puff up. That's a great analogy. I'm like a puffer fish, man. People stress me out, and then I puff up, and all my spikes come out. It's not even my fault. It's not even my fault. I'm like a puffer fish. That's funny. Is that why they puff up? Because they're stressed? I thought it was because they're stressed. Or under duress, they felt threatened, and so they... the little spikes. I don't know. I know that y'all, I have a problem. I really do. I'm scared of people. That's probably why I've stayed stuck in this situation for so long. It's hard to trust new people. It's hard to have faith in them. And hell, everybody that tries to get close to me is damn trying to use me and stuff, you know? So we're going to put a true lab in there too. Oh, I don't know if I've ever had this. Strawberry lemonade true lab. Ooh, vitamin D, vitamin C, potassium, iron, not much. Does those SOS have B vitamins? Yeah. It's okay. So if you haven't been here before, please never do what I do. Especially if you're bad at math. I like to make cocktails of random electrolytes and see how it makes me feel. I mean, it's never made me feel bad, I can promise you that. And I've mixed some shit. So this is SOS and True Labs. First of all, that SOS is supposed to be made with like 8 ounces of water, I do believe. And as you can see, this is, I think, 16 or 20 ounces. So, you know, 16, what is this? 23, yeah, so, and how much is the tab supposed to be mixed with? 16 ounces, too. So both of these you're supposed to mix with 16 ounces of water. I mixed them with 23 ounces, almost 24 ounces of water. Let's try it. Watermelon and strawberry lemonade. Strawberry watermelon lemonade. Y'all, I think I need to stick around this area. Even though I'm not going to go in Walmart, we're going to go check out Goodwill in a minute. But I'm just... that whole bike situation has thrown me into a depression. It's like, God, I can't have shit, can I? Like, I'm literally going to die out here, ain't I? I hope I do. Maybe not now. Can I, like, struggle for, like, 2 years and then have, like, maybe, like, 5 good years, and then we can go back to homelessness, and then I'll die out here? I mean, I would be happy with that. Oh, God. If I can just have my little sliver of the pie. Is there a square of the pie to spare? Please, just a sliver of pie for me, please. Porridge. Can I get a helping of porridge? You know? That's how it is, though. I know a lot of people feel that, too. And I know a lot of people one paycheck away from where I'm at, you know? So... It does feel like that. Alright, I'm going. How much battery is on this one? I ain't gonna lie, this little battery pack ain't bad, I guess. It's keeping me alive today. We'll see if it lasts. The last time, it's on 67%. It's a Swiss Tech Walmart, $50. It's supposed to be for camping. Got multiple ports. Type C, 2 USB A's, micro USB, which is the old school charger, which is kind of convenient. And then you can set your phone on it. It's wireless. It was $50. It's working better now, but when I first bought it, it had 67% too, and it went down really quickly and didn't even charge a whole phone. I'm thinking maybe since I charged it with the new cord that I had, because I didn't have the right cord to charge it. Now that I have the right cord, I'm thinking that it charged up a little bit better. So trash. We're going to Goodwill to see if they got a bicycle for a bitch. A girl needs I gotta pop my willies. I gotta stay fly. Hell, I hope they got something that's got them damn BMX. What are those things called? They were on the side of the wheels. You could like stand on them and do tricks on them and stuff like that. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. I don't know what's going on over here. Let's go, y'all. I do not know what's going on. This lady has done circled through the parking lot like 6 times, and she's got a child with her. It's so weird. Let's go. She came through here 3 times, and I was like, oh, it's just a woman and a small child. No harm, right? Well, damn, they done circled back 6 times, at least. They come through here past me. The kid was staring me right in the face 3 times, and then the lady come through another 3 times. There ain't nothing that she can be looking for over here except for the vape shop or maybe Boost Mobile, and let's go. I don't know what's going on. I get so confused, but I just know things, you know? I can like feel things. I mean, I don't know what's going on. Oh my God, y'all. Look at this. Look at the dirt. Word. The dirt in my damn shin. That's what I'm saying. On the back of my leg, too. I sat down. Oh, she must have been looking for the vape shop. Okay, let's go. That sweat dripping everywhere. Alright. Foot pegs. Why is everybody saying pegs? Oh my God, I'm so sorry, y'all. Let me stop. Y'all. Yes, that. Shit. God dang it, Brooke. Now I'm clicking on it and trying to unblock these people. Listen. There we go. Carl, unhide. I'm so sorry, y'all. I thought I was being trolled. See? This is what I'm saying. I undid that one. Hold on. Ayo. Hold on, let me click. God dang it. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm just gonna stay out the damn thing. You know what I mean? Out. Trying to click on Wes's name and it won't let me click on it. I'm so sick of this crap. The only way I can get the bike fixed is to spend approximately $240. That's around about what I would need to, or that's how it would cost me to fix the bike, $240. I'm going to have to get a P.O. box, And then, oh, wait a second. Amazon doesn't deliver to the U.S. Postal Service here. I can't even fix the bike. Yeah, they got a drop box here. I don't know how much that would cost me, but I have no way to do that. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. People don't understand, and I get that. And I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face, and people still think that they'd do a better job, but they couldn't. Yeah, remember? Amazon does not deliver to the U.S. Postal Service here. Walmart does not have the part. The tube has to be ordered through either Amazon or Ozark Trail. It's a specific tube for the Imbibe. So, have to order it through Amazon. Have to have a P.O. box. That would cost me $120 to probably set up. The closest one. We're looking for a bike. There's a wheelchair. There's a scooter. Well, the best I can do is go find some shade and try to keep quiet. I gotta pee again. This is why I don't drink water. This is why I needed a bike. I was better sit in the grass and then I'll find somewhere to use it again. I've done blew McDonald's up. Probably need to go up the hill. Yeah, I don't think I realized how much that basket was saving my life. All that water, being able to get food like that and ride from spot to spot. I didn't even realize until now. I mean, who would think that a $200 bike would break within a month? Less than a month. Pisses me off. I hate this world. If that was 20 years ago, that bike would I'd still be riding around. I'd still be wheeling and dealing, styling and profiling on a damn bike from 20 years ago if they would have made that bike 20 years ago. Well, that would have been 2002, yeah. Or, God, Brooke, 2022? That would have been 2005? Yeah, for sure. That was before 2009, where everything went to shit. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, the longer I stay out of that Walmart, the more mad I get about that situation. See, that's what I'm saying. People be thinking that, like, letting me cool off reconciles? Absolutely not. I stew, bro. I stew. I think about the situation on a larger scale. He handled that poorly. Goes to show, no matter what I do, I'll always be labeled the bad guy. I can't even go in there and spend a few $100s on a fucking bike after spending a few $100s on a fucking bike. You know? After spending thousands of dollars on fucking groceries. Like, Jesus. Have I ever caused a problem in here before? No. Nope, not once. Not once in 20-something years. That's how long I've been going in there. Not once. Ever had a problem. And then the trolls from the internet call and lie. And I'll be damned if the manager's not in my face. Crazy. No, I'm good. See, always some pervert willing to roll up, play off of some poor girl's down failures. That's what got me into this situation. I met a pervert when I was 16. And it doesn't matter when I met him. That's another thing. That's what I was talking about the other day. Some people, I guess they just been doing so much evil shit, they forget things. They get shit mixed up, get girls mixed up that they trafficked. I get that. I guess when you've trafficked, dozens if not hundreds of women, it'd be easy to get them all confused. When you met them, the dates you met them. I get it. The thing is, though, is that prostitution is illegal in any form. And also, children can't give consent. Regardless, any man that's willing to profit off of some girl's failure and downfall is a horrible person anyway. So it doesn't matter. I guess the principle is that if you're willing to profit off of the sale of women, you're a horrible person. That's the principle. I mean, who wakes up and says, I'm gonna go be a pimp? That's a choice, Like, that's like a crazy choice, but it's a choice. It's a deep choice. That takes a lot of practice. That's a business. It takes a lot of effort, a lot of conscientiousness, You know what I mean? Oh God. Oh, it's a woman. Thank God. It's a woman. Hey, I'm not crazy or anything. I thought you were a man and I was ready to stab you. But, hey, be safe. Nice Honda. I bet you get good. Oh, that's a big Civic too. I bet you get good gas mileage. Girl, I'm jealous. See, if I would have been living in a Civic, I wouldn't be on the streets. Seriously. I could afford gas in the car, I'm sorry, but I don't want everybody seeing up my skirt. And I don't know what you can see, and I can't see nothing. Can I lean on that? Oh, will you be my Bubba? And I'll be your Forrest. And we'll support each other, lean in on each other, keep each other up. How about I be Bubba and you be Forrest? Can I be Bubba? Am I allowed to be Bubba? 2025, it might be racial appropriation. I mean, I wasn't wanting to go full face paint, but can I cosplay as Bubba? Am I allowed to do that? Is it a free enough country? God, I'm surprised when I was cornrowing my hair yesterday, I didn't get comments for that. You can't do that. It's funny because I know most of the women, like black women that follow me, I know they would never say that. They're not the type of women that would say stuff like that. So it's funny. Because most of the women that follow me that wear hairstyles that they try to claim, they try to say that white girls shouldn't do their hair a certain way. Not the whole community, but there have been a few dummies. But the women that follow me that I know over here, they would never. There's a lady that I follow. She actually is the one that made me get my bonnet. Just a black lady. Her whole channel is set up telling white women to get bonnets and defending white women that wear bonnets. She got like 500,000 followers, I think, too. She started selling bonnets and everything. But, yeah, she made a business on YouTube off of telling people that they could wear whatever they wanted, which in a free country would be the case, right? But, you know, there's a subcategory of people that try to claim that certain races, and it goes both sides, all sides, every minority has that problem, you know, or they want to say another minority is, or another group of people is racially appropriating their heritage, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. But no, there's a lady, she made a ton of shorts and went viral. She was like, if you're white, wear this bonnet. Screw what people say. White people are allowed to have, you know, wear bonnets. Da, 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 da. And that gained her a huge following. And then she started making and selling bonnets and stuff. That's why I got my bonnet, because her channel, they swore that it would make your hair softer. It does. It really does work. It really does work. You need to get silk, though. That's funny. I went full Little House on the Prairie with that bonnet. The pink one that we had, it's in storage now. Hello. Hey, Mary. Sorry. Thank you, Laura. I'm going to try not to. You know, I think the manager was scared that I was going to snap. You know, and that might be my fault. But listen, I would never do that. I think that when these trolls call, I don't think that all parties involved understand what's going on until they get to me. And then I'm like, you've been pranked. And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Like, seriously, the amount of times that I've had to deal with managers, law enforcement, the head of some company, because the trolls go and they call a business that I'm at and they make up lies. That's how I lost my job 2 months ago. The same people that called this Walmart today also called my job and lied and said that I was a drug dealer. Don't you think if I was a drug dealer, I'd have money to pay rent? Because I would. I can promise you. It's the same people. And sometimes I don't think that all parties involved understand what's going on until they reach my doorstep and they're making contact with me. And then I'm like, you've been trolled. I have a social media channel. People from the internet call and they lie. And then they're like, oh, okay. You know? It's confusing for people, especially in a small town like this, where people are not used to seeing people with camera phones in their hands, video recording themselves, making a living off the internet. Thank God I'm not one of them crazy TikTok dancers, right? I think people should be glad that I'm not out here shaking my ass next to this tree right now. I could be one of them crazy TikTokers out here dressed in a cat uniform with fox ears on and a foxtail, TikTok dancing. Thank God I'm not one of them creators, right? Or I could be one of them OnlyFans creators that's out here in a bikini as you drive by with your kids, teaching your kids some nefarious shit, but I'm not. I'm one of those TikTok creators. I'm not a TikTok creator. I'm a YouTube creator that is trying to use her story to gear people in the right direction. It could be worse. See, I could be an OnlyFans model trying to teach people bad behavior. That's why they hate me, though. That's why they're trying to destroy me, because I won't sell my body on OnlyFans. Seriously, 100%. I did a Uno reverse. Draw 8 wild card. I just won. Double dunk on them. Sure did. A lot of the people that follow me started following me when I was a stripper. Even though I didn't show nefarious, explicit content, I was open about the strip club industry and my job in the industry. A lot of guys followed me because of that. And then, last year, I quit that. And I stopped drinking. And I got close to God. I changed. I don't know. People change. I grew up. I realized that I'd been exploited. I realized it was all smoke and mirrors. I realized it was all bullshit. And now my own following wants to destroy me because they thought that they were going to get ass-shaking videos on YouTube mixed with a little OnlyFans content. And I'm over here talking about Jesus Christ. And you shouldn't drink, you know? That's crazy. It's actually so funny. That's a way to get them to Jesus. I mean, you can't win them all anyways, but that's a way to get them to Jesus. It's like you throw the leg out, you're like, ooh, come over here. And then they come over here and you slap them with a Bible. Oh, you thought you was getting this? No, take this, you know? Is that not great? Hey, what if we bamboozled the whole internet like that? We can start over from scratch, go to a different platform and play some games. I'm not like that, but that would be interesting. That's a way to bring them to Jesus Christ. You think this is a porn site? We need to make fake porn sites. And when they think they're about to watch a video, a preacher pops up preaching about the problems with pornography. Uno, reverse. You know? Yeah. We can call it the Jesus Hub. Oh, God, we can even bait them. We can be like, this is porn that Jesus agrees with. Do you watch porn and feel like you're sinning? Sin no more. Come to the Jesus Hub. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then, as soon as the video's about to start, the preacher pops up preaching. I love it. That's what I did with my channel. That's exactly what I did with my channel. That's exactly what I did with my channel. Oh, God. That's funny. That's exactly what I did. Oopsie. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't really care. It's part of my story. I'm proud of myself. But it is funny. But it goes to show, too, that, like, sex sells. You know? Which is crazy because I've never been overtly sexual on the internet with you guys and stuff. I don't even act that way. So, it's just interesting how I wasn't even sexualizing myself, but still and yet I grew this mass of 85% male based off of my looks. And that's also hurt me because they come and they look. I don't want my followers to follow me because of my looks. I want my followers to follow me because we're like-minded. We've been through the same things. We understand each other. We see the world differently. We're trying to make change in the world. I can name 100 reasons why I want my following to be what I want my following to be. But it hasn't been that. Because I'm cute, guys just follow pretty girls. I didn't know that. I didn't realize there was a market for that. I guess men are lonely, women are lonely too. But it's because men don't know how to talk to women. Damn, y'all want to use this AI chat. Why don't you learn how to talk to women through the AI chat? Does it not teach people how to talk properly? We usually start with, hey, my name is Eric. You know? I got men that come to my comment section talking about doing all kinds of sexual stuff to me. I don't even know their names. Like, can I get a name first? Maybe a dinner? I'm telling you, that online dating's messing them up in the head, man. They don't even introduce themselves anymore. They just drop their pants. You know what I mean? Instant gratification. Damn. what do they call it, formalities? That shit's out the window. They get offended, you know, like asking questions. Yeah, the following that I got is the same following that's caused all of these problems in my life, and they're mad that I haven't sold out. They're mad that I speak God. They're mad that I gear women in the right direction. They're mad that the reason I'm in this situation is because of men that played off of my vulnerable state when I was a child. They get mad that my story is about men. I can't help that. What you want me to do? You want me to lie and say that my ex didn't have a coke problem? I can't do that, fam. I ain't mad at him because he was a drug addict. I was one too. We were both struggling. That's probably why we don't need to be together. That's why we're not together. But people really, like the men that subscribe to me, be mad over little stuff like that, and they're the ones that be calling Walmart acting a fool. And actually, I know exactly who that was that called Walmart. It's the same person that called my job and got me fired. It's the same person that, well, where were we the other day and they got prank called? It happens so much I forget. We were somewhere else the other day. Oh, Food Lion. Remember when I was at Food Lion and then we went to the laundromat and the cops showed up? Somebody had called the cops and said that I said I was going to stab somebody at Food Lion. So the cops, remember when we saw lights and sirens? That's what they went to Food Lion for. The same person that called Walmart today, the same person that had me fired from my job, they called Food Line and said that I said I was going to stab somebody in the parking lot. So the cops went running over there with lights going. And then a different department come and found me and talked to me. Remember when I was in Charleston and I was at the gym and the cops showed up talking about, yeah, somebody called and said you were going to kill yourself. How many times have I filmed this? Dozens. Probably 24 times. I wonder how many times I'd have to film it for something to actually be done about it. I wonder what would happen. Like, what would happen for somebody, somebody to actually, like, I don't know, do their job? I don't know. I wonder. You know, I've got 2 years of being stalked by the same group of people. It's the same 5-6 people. I've went to jail for more shit I didn't do. Lost my car, lost my job, had to drop out of school. How long will I be gang stalked before a law change? Before somebody, I don't understand. I don't know. It's absolutely, thank you. It's absolutely an evil world. Thank you so much, Nikki. I'm just like laid out on the sidewalk. My ass hurts. It really does. At least I'm in the shade. Yeah, there used to be a Subway in there, but there's not anymore. You know how they, like, people wonder why, like, domestic violence victims go back to the person that's, like, abusing them? I think I figured it out. I think it's because they know what to expect with the abuser. When you trust new people, you don't know what to expect from them. Once again, going back to just like dealing with cops, it's 50-50. Civilians, there's 100 different ways they can come at you. The same thing applies when we're talking about codependency and the psychological pull and control and power that the narcissist or the abuser has over the victim. The victim keeps going back, not because they like the abuse. In my opinion, it's because they know what they're getting there. They know what to expect. And also the codependency, they're tied to that person, you know? Oh God, here we go. The EMS is here. That's what you just heard. I bet somebody else done called the law. Unless somebody passed out at Verizon and somebody's done died in there, they're probably looking for me. Damn, girl, you need some brakes, homie. I know we all struggling. Damn, you go get some pads and rotors and I'll do it for you. Oh, baby, it's the back. It's the back. You need back brakes. Specifically the right back brake. Or is that an emergency? Oh, that's the urgent care, y'all. I'm an idiot. It's literally right behind me, like 50 feet is the EMS. It's the urgent care. They bringing somebody in, probably. Because they just had lights and sirens going. Yeah, I think that... So, like, going back to codependency, when a victim's been in a situation with someone who's abusive, they know what to expect. If they were to remove themselves from that situation, there's so many different ways that could go, and it leaves the victim in a perpetual state of fear. You're scared to do the unknown. You're scared to make that change and leave that person. At least with that person, you know what your life looks like and what to expect. Do you see what I'm saying? And so you stay tied in that situation because you're scared of the unknown, and you're also scared of what's going to happen if you leave. But it's more than that. Codependency is not talked about enough. Oh God, there's the cops. Lord have mercy. Have I been sitting on this curb too long? They're gonna have to deal with me today. I don't know what they want. I don't know what society wants from me. You know, I'm pissed about the bike. That whole situation was fucked up. I'm sick of having all this bad shit happen to me and everybody acting like it's my fault because I put my life on the internet. You know, absolutely not. If it wasn't for the internet, I'd probably be dead. The internet, donations, is the only thing that's kept me fed for the past year. God knows, you know, looking for work, how much money we spent. Let me put it into perspective. Let's say you've got $10,000 in savings. You lose your job. You don't qualify for unemployment. You were working under the table. Or you're on a 1099 like I was. You then go bouncing around for a year to job interview after job interview, doing dozens of job interviews, and you spend $10,000 in gas in a year looking for a job. That's what I did. That's what I filmed. And actually, it was over 40 grand for 2 years almost. I don't even want to talk about it. That does include my truck payment, my insurance. Those were included in that total. But still, that's the gas, the truck insurance, and the truck payment. I got a creeper at 3 o'clock. Is that your 3 o'clock? Right there. Right there. It's a creeper. That includes the gas to get the job interviews. 2 years. I mean, the truck payment alone and the insurance is almost $12,000 a year. So you take $24,000 out of $40,000, and what is the leftover? That's what I spent on gas looking for work in 2 years. If I would have not been looking for work, I could have made the truck payment for like 2 years. The irony. I should have never looked for a job. If I would have sat on my ass, made content, and never look for a job, I'd still have my truck. All of this is recorded. But because I ran around from state to state, West Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, those are all places that I did job interviews in 2023 and 2024. Because I ran from state to state, running from interview to interview, I burned out. I spent all my money. And then I had no money left over for the payment. And then YouTube didn't pay me, you know. That's how the cookie crumbles, y'all. We're in a little bit of a pickle, Dick. This is sadder than Fun with Dick and Jane. I ain't even got no grass for them to repossess. No TV for them to repossess. That is such a great movie. Have you ever seen it? When he gets detained by ICE and the little kid answers the phone and he says, "Hola!" That is one of the best parts of a movie ever. Ever. Oh, God. So good. Hola. Hey, girl. Beautiful lady. Yeah, when I notice it's a woman driving, I'm like, but until further notice, what did I tell you yesterday? We treat everyone like what? We treat everyone as if they're a drug addict until we can prove they're not on drugs. So when I be seeing dudes, I be like, but when I notice it's a woman, speaking of the devil, I make that face when I see men. But when I notice it's a woman, hey, how you doing? You know, that's how you need to be out here if you're a woman by yourself. I'm getting a perma frown right here in my forehead from making that face. You see that? I'm gonna need Botox for that in about 10 years. When it's all crinkled up in 5, just remember that it came from me mean mugging everybody so that they stay out of my face. I would love to see some of my facial expressions for real. Like security footage. Because I be like staring people down. Well, men be staring. So the best thing you can do is stare them down and make them feel uncomfortable. Like they make you feel uncomfortable when they staring. The amount of times, you remember that game when you were a kid, you would stare at your siblings and try not to blink? The amount of time that I've played that game with random men, stranger in public, is unbelievable. We just stare. See who blinks first. I bet they think I'm an absolute weirdo. I've had some guys. The only one I feel bad about is that guy. What was his name? Chris. Do y'all remember? In Jacksonville. He walked up to... Okay, first of all, let me paint the scene. This guy tried to talk to me in public. And he was real sweet. And it was first thing in the morning. And I could tell he was looking for a wife. And I wasn't in no mood. So I started growling at him. Right outside the gas station. So it's early. I gotta pee. I need coffee. I'm tired. I just woke up and I'm exhausted, you know, because I'm living out of a car. I'm stressed. And so I roll up to this gas station in Jacksonville, Florida. It's like 5, 6 a.m. It's the only 24-hour gas station around, so I need to use the bathroom there. I go to walk into this gas station, and this cute guy walks up to the door, and he's like, "Hey, I'm Chris. Good morning." And I'm like, y'all, I said, ugh. Walked away. I still feel bad about that to this day. I still feel bad. Chris, you're gonna find the one. I'm crazy. You don't want me. I'm insane. I'm absolutely feral. As you've already heard. I'm feral, Chris. I got the rabies. I'm down, okay? That was great. You know, it's little instances like that where I'm like, damn, I am kind of mean. I wasn't trying to be mean. It was first thing in the morning. What part of I'm not a morning person does people not understand? You tell people you're not a morning person and then they get mad when you're mad in the mornings. It's like, wait a minute. I told you I was not a morning person. And then they'd be waking up saying good morning and shit. Good morning. What? Maybe for you. Maybe for you. That shit sets me off. It really does. That shit gets under my skin. Good morning. Like, you know, like not people that say it out here, but like people that know I'm homeless that are, y'all, I'm not a morning person. I don't know how to explain it. I just ain't a morning person. It's so funny. Maybe for you. It is good morning. No, it is. It is. And that's what I'm saying. It's my circumstances. It's because I have no stability in my life. It makes me iller. It makes me annoyed. It's not anybody else. It's me. It's polite to say good morning. You should absolutely. And I say good morning to people out here. But I'm saying, like, how can I put it in perspective? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it in perspective. I'm talking about somebody like a relative or a family member, or maybe somebody you're dating. You know, they're all up in your face first thing in the morning. It's like, stay out of my face. The little girl's bicycle broke. Do I need to give courses on like ethics? Can we do that? Because I really don't understand what be going on out here. And who died and made me the moral police? Because all of a sudden, for the past 2 years, all I've done is tell people how to behave. They don't know how to behave. They don't know the difference between right and wrong. They don't know the difference between good and evil. They don't know how to handle damn situations. Look at that Walmart situation. That was unbelievable. I have never in my life. I just don't even know what happened after that bullshit. What was that? Because there was nothing ethical or moral about that entire situation. I mean, I just think that people have become compassionless, empatheticless. I mean, I think psychologists have it wrong. Clinicals say that they think that 1 out of every 10 person is now a narcissist. I think it's larger than that. I do. I think it's larger than that. I do. And I do think people, yes, I do think that you would have to be a narcissist. Most people have empathy. To lack it, you're either a psychopath or a narcissist. Or maybe you just grew up in a house with a bunch of narcissists and maybe you don't have empathy because you're ignorant. I mean, once again, I don't know, man. It don't make sense why people do the things that they do. It's not even reasonable, logical. That whole situation, the way that he handled that was not even rational. It doesn't make sense. I'm still confused hours later. The longer I think about it, the madder I get. Any way you slice it, it's not even, it doesn't make sense. I hate this world. It's hot, y'all. So once again, another lie has affected my life. Just like Planet Fitness, just like my job, just like school, just like my truck. How many times though? Like seriously, that's what I was saying earlier. How many times am I going to have to go through this? Is this just the rest of my life now because I choose to have a career and choose to want to help people? Is this what I'm going to have to deal with every day because I'm trying to bring awareness to things that matter? Don't you think that's a little unfair? I'm still missing the part where I'm evil and I'm the bad guy. And who exactly came to that conclusion? Nobody that I give a fuck about their opinion, I can promise you that. I got the approval of the only person I need. It's crazy. I mean, how spineless. Completely spineless. That's what it is, spineless. People have become spineless. They're scared to ruffle feathers and stuff. It's scary how spineless people are. Spineless, completely. Come on, y'all, let's go somewhere. People are creeping me out. Oh, my headphones. I just dropped them in the sand. I got all this stuff in my hands. People asking where I'm at. Don't mess with me today. I'm so loud. I need to move. I've been here for a while. I'm gonna have to find a bathroom. I'm trying not to drink the rest of this water so I don't have to do stuff. I don't know where I'm at. So I don't have to run to the bathroom. The more water I drink, the more I'm gonna have to walk, the more dehydrated I'm gonna be, the worse I'm gonna feel, the more I'm in the sun. You see what I'm saying? That bike was my lifeline. $200 down the fucking drain. And I can't believe that I was dumb enough to buy another bike, which would have cost me $120, and it would have been broken a week as well. It sure would have. How do I know? Let me tell you how I know. Because I bought 10 camera stands from these Walmarts throughout the country, and every single one of those camera stands was broken within a week of purchase. That's just the camera stands. That's not including all of the other products that I bought that would constantly break. Everything's just made out of shit. It's made to break, so you have to buy more. So yeah, that bike I was about to buy, I would have been in the same predicament in a week. That's the problem. That's exactly why I'm glad that I chose to walk out. Because it would break within days or weeks. Just like the other one. I'm sweating in the bathroom. I'm tired of carrying all this stuff, honestly. My back hurts. Is that music? Literally circled the gas station like staring me down. How weird. Can I get my face back? God. I hate people, y'all. I'm sick. So stupid. Oh my God, they listen to retarded music. You hear that? I think I got dumber. Listening to that. time, I'm gonna willingly take it. Give me more. I want more. I'm gonna see what I'm gonna turn into. Unless they started knocking the door. Yeah, Eva. It is what it is. It's always so. There's the light. Where can you even buy bicycles at? Where's a bike store? Walmart. Do they sell bikes at Lowe's? Do they sell bikes at Lowe's? Do they sell bicycles at Lowe's? Looks like they got e-bikes maybe. That's about a mile down the road. I ain't never gonna be able to use the bathroom, y'all. It's only online, of course. The ones I saw were $600. I ain't got no $600 for no damn e-bike. I got $100 for a bicycle. You know what I mean? That's it. Hey, I'm gonna leave these in here while I. Thank you. Oh. Imagine having to pee with a damn 40-pound book bag on your back and then squat at the same time. That's my life. Oh, let's go down here. Oh, God. Dying. Literally dying. It's fine. I never did turn on music. I don't see anywhere that I can even buy a bike, y'all. Not online. Not around here. And I'm not buying any more shit from Walmart. I'm genuinely pissed. Y'all don't understand. I will starve before I ever go back in that motherfucker. That's what they want anyways. They don't like homeless people. That's how it is. They didn't like it when I had my car and I used to stay there. I remember one time I got my oil changed there and one of the mechanics was like, "Where do you shower? Like, you just don't shower?" I was like, "No, I have a gym membership." Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they think I'm some nasty person that doesn't try because I live out of a car. That's what small towns. Small towns brew small minds. So crazy. The bike's not fixable. There's no way to fix the bike. The bike's trash. It would cost over $200 to fix the bike. Let's sit down. You know what's crazy? I bet you if you walked up to half these people on the street and you said, do you think sex trafficking's bad? They'd say, yeah. And then they pass me by and they probably think I'm a drug addict. She's on drugs, that's why she's on the streets. Little do they know it's because of sex trafficking. You know what I mean? And then you showcase it and the very same people come to the comment section saying, she's on drugs. I guess what I'm saying is it sucks to have people look at you and you can tell that they think that your position is your fault because of some bad shit that you did, and it's actually the opposite. You were doing the right things that led you to this. Do you see what I mean? I think, you know who else they did that to? I'm not Jesus, but they did that to Jesus too. Make sure they killed him. Took until there was nothing left. And then they crucified him. Made him out to be the bad guy. Well, as I remember. Yeah, I definitely ain't no fucking Jesus. I can't even stop cussing. I don't think Jesus cussed. I sure don't. I don't think he ever said an unholy word. And I'm a sailor. I should have went into the Navy or something, honey. Damn, and I talk so fast. Maybe I could have been like a Navy auctioneer. Missed my calling. My back hurts so bad that it's pulling on my shoulders and my neck and my head. I have a migraine right there from the tension from the book bag. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a ride to get somewhere to buy a bike. Not today, but somehow. God dang, I'm so tired I can't even set the water down. I can't even bend over. It hurts so bad. And I reek. I smell myself. I stink now. I didn't. Oh, but I do now. Oh, God. So this is what I'm going to do from now. I'm going to wake up, I'm going to tell the story, and then I'm going to spend the entire every live reiterating the same story. I'm joking, I'm being facetious. I've already explained this. If you can't tell, I'm kind of dying. I haven't had really good sleep in like 3 weeks. I haven't ate today. And people are still talking about this bicycle that would cost over $200 to fix. It's like people was like, why? How? How would it be $200 to fix? Unless you have the $200 to send me to fix it, it's none of your business. It doesn't matter. I'm dying. See, I guess most people would say, oh, I'll just mail the parts to myself. It doesn't even dawn on them that I don't have a mailing address. I have nowhere to send a package. And this is why I get annoyed. You know, if it was actual children, I would do better. If it was actual children, I'd be like, oh, okay, I gotta have patience today. And I wouldn't mind reiterating over and over and over. But it's the same thing every day. These are adults that are supposedly in better position than I am, but they don't know how to listen. God, the sweat. Can't see nothing. You know what I do when I watch other creators and I want to know something? I go and watch their other videos to find out the answers to my questions. Why does nobody do that on my channel? Why do they come here bombarding me with questions when I'm out here dying in the streets? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Matt. I really appreciate that, and I'm sorry to hear about you having to get to work that way. It's not fair. People that work deserve to have a roof over their head, food in their belly, and reliable transportation. You can't even do that no more. Thank you so much, Matt McKinney. I'm trying to work to get off the streets, and that's becoming impossible because of all these little mishaps. You know, I have a job, and every day I can't even do it because I'm just trying to survive. Yesterday it was self-service. Today I ain't got no transportation. Tomorrow it'll be something else. My job is to literally survive. I mean, you know, it's crazy. It would be impossible for someone in my position to get a job. Impossible. There's no way. There's no way. No way. Even if I had reliable transportation to said job interview and back and forth to work, it would still be damn near impossible just to make moves to make that happen. It's crazy. Job is a job. I do have a job, thank you. Do they not have any bikes in Lowe's? Do they have any bicycles out there? Yeah, I know. Hey, John. Hey, John Roth. So I just called a ride over here. I texted somebody to see if they could come take me to try to find a bicycle. I still haven't got a response. So I'm hoping that they respond and let me know when they can come and get me if they can, so that I can go find another bicycle. I can't get it from that Walmart. I'm not going back in that Walmart. They clearly didn't want me there because they fed into the drama, and that tells me that they didn't want me there anyways. They didn't like me coming in. Whatever, you know, it's fine. This is the way of the world now. This is the way that homeless people are treated. This is why they're literally losing their minds in the streets, though. That was the only place over here. That's the only grocery store. There's no Publix. There's no Food Line over here. That's the only grocery store. That's the only place you can go and buy bottled water, fruits, vegetables, chips. That's the only place right here. So there's nothing else for miles. That way, 20 minutes, or actually like 40 to Eden, and then Martinsville like an hour, and then Greensboro 45 minutes that way. That is the only place. When I say the only place, I understand that a lot of people can't understand what that means. Trust me. Somebody will be in the comment section saying, isn't there a Chick-fil-A? No, there's not. Where's the Whole Foods? Where's the Sprouts? No. That is the only place. And now that's not an option, and I'm homeless. So that is a resource. Just being able to walk in there and buy groceries was a resource for me that I do not have now. I guess the main thing for me is when I recognize that I'm dealing with somebody who is incompetent, it makes me run. I don't want to go in there now. It makes me feel unsafe because I met the manager and he's an idiot. If something were to happen in there, God forbid, let's say one of my followers followed me in there, harmed me in some way, physically assaulted me in some way, and then I have to stab somebody on aisle 6, and the manager has to call the police, I already know that the manager is disproportionately gonna spin things in a certain direction, which leads to my arrest. And I could be in jail for a week before they get surveillance and figure out that some dude did something to me. And then it's no guarantee that I'll get out because I've already been convicted of, or I've been charged with crimes that I didn't do twice. So, do you see what I'm saying? I don't even want to be on the property because I realize now who I'm dealing with. An idiot. That puts me in danger. We stay away from people that are not competent. Because when you get around people that are not competent and shit goes south, they don't know how to handle the situation, and you might get caught in the crosshairs because you were hanging around a bunch of idiots. Ask me how I know. Once again, I'm reminded here comes my abuser. I guess he's decided to pick me up. I said, hey, if you can come, when, and what time, when, and what time, and he just ignored me, and now he's pulling in the parking lot. So, this is what I have to deal with. Can we get a cleanup on aisle 6? There's been a stabbing. There's been a stabbing. You know? Seriously, though. You have to think about, for real. The manager would be overseeing that. You know, the start of the police investigation. He would invite the cops in. He would tell them what workers saw, what customers saw. It could get spun a whole bad way. That's what happened with Planet Fitness. That's exactly what happened with Planet Fitness. You know, I really don't know what people be doing. I saw you pull in. See, there he comes. I'm going to go and try to find a bike. I'm going to go and try to find a bike. Bye, y'all. Be safe. Yeah, me too.